Hey everybody, it's Dan. Name of my channel is Numerical Lion. Thanks for watching. I saw this on Fox News. Ex-NFL defensive back Terrell Roberts killed in California shooting reports. So the story goes on to talk about former NFL defensive back Terrell Roberts was shot and killed at his grandmother's home in Northern California on Wednesday night, according to multiple reports. Roberts, who played cornerback with the Cincinnati Bengals from 2003 to 2004, was at his grandmother's home in Richmond when someone entered the backyard and shot him. Richmond is about 20 miles north of San Francisco. Why do they tell you that? Because in this language of gematria or gematria, this practice of coding numbers into words. If I can find my calculator here we go. Death is 20, and they're 20 miles from the home. That's why. So Robert's family told CBS San Francisco that he had a heart of gold. They also said that he didn't believe he was mixed up in anything bad. No arrests were made. Why do they have to say that? No arrests were made in the fatal shooting, and police have not named a suspect. Roberts, 38, played in 3 seasons at Oregon State. He signed with the Bengals as a free agent in 2003. Of course, at age 38, remember we were talking about death, and they were talking about 20 miles from Richmond. He's 38, death 38. So let's get into the numbers here of the story. He's 38 years old. Here's a picture of him. Terrell Roberts. Terrell Meza Roberts. He went to El Cerrito High School in El Cerrito, California. That would be interesting. Born on April 7th or 4/7, that number 47, died on September 11th in California. He went to El Cerrito High School. He's a defensive back. All these are important details when you decode this story. So he was born in Berkeley. Berkeley is 38. He was 38 years old, right? Death 38. Berkeley 38. Also 83. These two are murder numbers. 43 killing. Um, 42, a number stamped on black people. Jackie Robinson wore number 42. The N word is 42. Berkeley, CA, 42. Richmond, where he died in Richmond, also 42. And he died by the gun, right? Gun, 42. So he died in Berkeley, CA, 42. I'm sorry, he was born in Berkeley. Died, shot in Richmond, 42, right? The N-word, 42. That 102 is, I'll show you this later, also 30. And he was killed by a gun, 42 as well. Oops. There's a close-up of him. So, if you look, he died on a day with he was born on a day. He was born on the 97th day of the year. 97, a death number. As I probably showed you before. Death 97. So he's born on the 97th day. Right? Also born with 92 and 111 numerology and 30 numerology. The N-word 30, 111 is interesting because he's dead on 9/11, which is a day with 111 days left in the year. 4 plus 7 plus 19 plus 81 is 111. They said in the story that he had a heart of gold. Remember I mentioned that? Heart of gold, 111. Not a coincidence at all. So, also dead with 59 numerology. A name 59 commonly associated with black people as well. He was signed by the Bengals in 2003 or 23. So let's look at from his birthday to when he died is 157 days. 157 is the 37th prime number. Shooting equals 37 in reverse reduction. This was a shooting. Also, this number is important. 22 weeks and 3 days, or 223. I'll show you why later on. It has everything to do with 9/11. And here are a lot of relevant numbers here. Roberts equals 97. He was born on the 97th day of the year. How appropriate. Death number. Murder 34. Killing 43. He was born with 92 numerology. Roberts 92. Terrell Roberts 92 as well. Roberts equals 47. He was born on 4/7. You know, how fitting. 79, a murder number. And this 102, very interesting. The N word starts with 102, and there's also other things associated with that number, especially on September 11th, the day he died. I think I mentioned them right here. So he's born with 92 numerology. 4 plus 7 plus 81 is 92. Roberts 92. Terrell Roberts 92. 9 and 2 is 11, right? So Terrell Mays Roberts equals 102. He died on 9/11. There's a documentary called 102 Minutes, the attacks on the World Trade Center Tower. Here it is. 102 Minutes that changed America. And it's an hour and 42 minutes. An hour and 42 minutes. That's interesting. Because if you write out 42, like I'm doing right here, it equals also 38. He died, he was 38 years old, equals 142, right? Also, this practice of coding numbers and letters called gematria. Oops, you gotta erase what you already did. Equals 38 and 42. 142. Like how long this, here it is, 102 Minutes That Changed America. It was released on September 6th in Germany, which is kind of interesting why it was released in Germany. And then 2008 is when it was released. 102 Minutes That Changed America. If you write that out, where's my calculator here? 102 minutes. Oops, you gotta write it carefully though. That 102 minutes that changed America. All these numbers are important, especially in this regard to this. So 102, the N-I-G-G-E-R word. Let me get up another calculator here. So N-I-G-G-E-R, the N-word, the famous N-word, equals 102, like 102 minutes. Like we're talking about this guy who's born on 30 numerology from Berkeley, CA, 42, Richmond, 42. Right? And there's a cipher called, I don't use it very often, called the Jewish cipher. And it's based on the old Roman alphabet. And it's very relevant in this study. And it equals 148. And why is that interesting? because 102 minutes that changed America is also 148. If you roll out the S exception, where S is 10, it equals 119. And how interesting is that? It's the reflection of 911. Also that all-seeing eye number, Star of David, 119. And also 110 is very interesting as well because it's 11. It happened on September 11th. Flight 11 hit the tower, right? The two towers look like 11s. They're 110 stories tall. Osama bin Laden equals 110. Osama bin Laden, the guy who supposedly did it, equals 110. So let's get back to this. So he went to El Cerrito High School, and you may have seen that. El Cerrito High School also is 119. El Cerrito High School. Oh, I gotta spell school right. Guess I didn't go to school. Look at these numbers. El Cerrito High School. He was born on the 97th day, right? Roberts equals 97. He went to El Cerrito High School. How fitting. Also that 119 number, connecting him to 9/11, and also that documentary, about 102 minutes, also 110, tying into that documentary as well. 304, like 34, like murder. He was with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's another tie-in with 9/11. He wasn't there very long. Cincinnati Bengals. 156 and 303. Why is this interesting? Because 9/11. Oh, this isn't working. Sometimes it doesn't work, but take my word for it. 9/11 is the 156th prime number, and when you write out 33, it equals 156. See that? Also this number for the N word, And they keep saying he was a defensive back. Defensive back. 74, that number, the reflection of 47, right? Always a number in this encoding. Also 245 is interesting because 102 minutes that changed America is also 245. And here we're talking about, a guy who got murdered on 9/11, the day that changed America, right? So very interesting. Defensive back, 52. Also Gematria, 52. California, where he's from, also 52. They actually said in the story Northern California. 106, like defensive back, right? Northern California. So yeah, that pretty much does it. Thank you so much. Just more murder by numbers. There's a movie called Murder by Numbers, where if you look at the movie poster, and I'll show you, Murder by Numbers. If you look at the movie poster, it shows you it's gematria, it's gematria. Get it bigger. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but the E is a 3 and the B is clearly an 8 or 38, or murder is 38. Murder by Numbers came out in 2002 on April 19th interesting. It was 120 minutes. Maybe I'll get into that later on. All right, thank you so much for supporting. This is Dan, Numerical Lion. You know, rest in peace, Terrell Roberts. Grandmother's backyard. I wonder what that is, just before we go. One last thing, you know. Grandmother's 142. And like how long that documentary is about, 102 minutes. Also 182. What was 182? There was something that was 182. What was it? Oh, California 182. And there was something else, but heck if I can remember. Also connecting to gematria. So wait, grandmothers. Let's finish what they're talking about. Backyard. You know, how awful. Grandmother's backyard. 207, like 27. Like ritual. You know, also 99, 90, and 99, like Terrell. You look at his name, Terrell. I'll find it for you. Terrell 90 and 99. And 90 is interesting because if you write out 90, it equals 33. Also 30, the N word. So one of the few numbers that equals 33. He played for the Bengals. Another 33 for you. Also a 60, like the N word. And I saw the story on 9/12, even though this happened on 9/11. 129, a story about the Bengals. All right, I think that'll do it this time. I think I'm done now. There's so much to decode. It depends on how deep you want to go into the story. And the 142nd day of the year leaves 223 left. So let's see, 142nd day of the year. They're not going to tell me, are they? Maybe they will. I'm sure they're telling me here. 142nd day leaves 223 left. So that's why that is interesting. If it's not a leap year. All right, this time I'm going to go. I'm having so much fun though. You know? More murder by numbers. 1, 2, 3. You notice they have it on there? Like A, B, C. Rest in peace, Terrell Roberts. Slain by this code of letters and numbers. Thanks for supporting Numerical Lion. Please like this video. Spread this knowledge so we can end this tyranny. Thanks so much.